So you've watched Avengers Endgame and you're wondering if you really got everything out of that ending because so much happened and not all of it makes perfect sense. Plus, we might just see that one character we love 3000 in the future. Spoilers ahead. BD here to help break it all down, including some of the new timelines we might see and what being 5 years in the future might mean for the MCU. The big shocking death of Iron Man at the end of the movie might not be the end of the MCU for Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark. His hologram at the end of the movie might be an indication of an artificially intelligent version of Tony Stark having been pre-programmed before Tony's death, which is something Marvel Comics did when Riri Williams became Ironheart. Now that you have a little bit of hope, we need to make sense of the time travel rules. In the world of Marvel, time travel's rules mean that changing the past won't change your future. The perfect example is that the Back to the Future rules don't apply here. Where Marty McFly disappeared because his change in the past meant he was never born in the future, Nebula was able to kill her past self and not suffer any consequences. This is because changing the past only means it becomes your new present. The real present, the one which the MCU has been following, doesn't change as a result. This is why the Avengers couldn't simply go back in time to stop Thanos before he snapped his fingers. Had they done this, there would still be a timeline in which he won, but they would have not been living in it. This is why Thanos from 2014 was able to die, but Thanos from 2019 snap wasn't erased. The Avengers did their best to return the past to the way they found it, but there are a few issues here, like Nebula not being in the 2014 storyline anymore, which definitely creates a splintered new timeline. Also, Loki took the Space Stone from 2012 and went wherever he went, rather than going to Asgard to answer for his crimes. This will probably be addressed in the Loki TV show coming to the Disney Plus streaming service. So Loki is still dead after Infinity War, but a past version of the character will definitely be living on with another story. Another Disney Plus series will center around the Falcon and Winter Soldier, which we now know will feature a Captain America. The passing of the torch from Steve Rogers on to Sam Wilson is a move straight from the comics, where Falcon is Captain America in a book titled All New Captain America. Captain America chose to live in the past, fulfilling his wish of having a life with Peggy Carter, which seemed like a completely lost cause after he plunged into the ice in the first movie, set in the 40s. Meanwhile, Thor seems to be heading back to space with the Guardians of the Galaxy, or Asgardians of the Galaxy as he labeled them. This isn't entirely shocking for Marvel fans, seeing as Marvel Comics recently began publishing a book by that exact title. The big takeaway here is that James Gunn is probably directing Thor's next movie, and it seems like it will be influenced by a hunt for Gamora of 2014, because Gamora of 2018 is still dead after being thrown off Vormir's cliff. Back on Earth, Valkyrie is in charge of Asgard going forward. While it seems the world will be peaceful for the Doctor Stranges, Black Panthers, Captain Marvels, Ant-Man, and the Wasps of it after the battle with Thanos was resolved, each of them have their own stories to look forward to, as they're expected to have their own sequels coming. That said, Black Widow also has a movie on the way, but it's a safe bet that will explore the past and possibly the Budapest story she often references with Hawkeye. Perhaps the most interesting thing here is that Peter Parker went back to high school after a 5-year time jump, which could mean that all of his friends were dusted and are the same age and had to finish high school, and will do that in Spider-Man Far From Home, or I don't know, they just are still in high school. What questions do you have about the end of Avengers Endgame? Share them in the comments section or send them my way on Twitter @BrandonDavisPD, and stay tuned to Comicbook.com/Marvel for more updates.